They're just kids, but they might break the league. And here's the part nobody's ready for. It might not stop there. Because, listen, Chelsea just dropped nearly $100 million on two players who haven't even hit their prime drinking age yet. One's an 18-year-old Brazilian who already looks like he's been playing Champions League finals since he was in diapers.
Yeah, he had a really good start today. He scored a great goal. I'm happy for him that he scored today. Yeah.
The other, a 20-year-old English winger who treats Bundesliga fullbacks like training cones. And I'm telling you, this isn't hype. You saw the Leverkusen game. First time they touched the pitch together, boom, instant connection. Like they've been doing this for years. The scary bit? That's day one. No chemistry built yet. No full Maresca system drilled into them. Just raw talent, clicking instantly. And here's the kicker. While everyone's talking about them tearing through the Premier League, there's a little whisper going around Cobham, Chelsea's training base. These two could be the ticket back to European dominance. Yeah, the kind of duo that doesn't just win in England, they ruin nights in Madrid, Munich, Milan. So if you think this is just about the league, you're not seeing the whole picture. It started as whispers, the kind you only hear from people who've been around Cobham long enough to know when something's different. And this felt different. Because when two of the biggest young talents in world football land at your club in the same summer, you pay attention. Chelsea didn't just buy squad players here. They dropped close to $100 million on Estevão and Jamie Gittens, two names that make rival fans go, wait, they got both? Inside the training ground, you could feel it. Players talking about the Brazilian kid who sees passes nobody else does. Coaches pointing at the English winger burning fullbacks alive in small-sided drills. Even the staff, who've seen every big signing walk through those doors, had that we might be onto something look.
Yeah, no, but he's very young, very, very young. So he needs to be happy, he needs to play. And for sure, as I said yesterday, he's going to help because he's a fantastic player.
And for the rivals, pure anxiety. Because last season, Chelsea's problem wasn't flashes of talent. They had that. It was consistency. It was having players who could win you games in any stadium on any day. And now, they've got two who look like they were built for exactly that. The Premier League's seen plenty of young stars before, but a pair like this, arriving together, fitting into Maresca's system like puzzle pieces, that's the kind of thing that keeps opposition managers up at night. You know that kid in the schoolyard who just played a different sport from everyone else? That's Estevão. 18 years old, but he plays with the calm of a 30-year-old who's seen it all. From Cruzeiro's academy to Palmeiras, he was Messinho before most people could even pronounce his full name. And not just hype. In 2024, he tore the Brazilian league apart. 31 games, 26 starts, 13 goals, 9 assists. That's 22 direct goal involvements, the highest in the league that season. We're talking 0.47 goals per game, 0.41 assists per game, almost a full goal contribution every match. And it wasn't stat padding either. He scored in title run-ins, delivered against big teams, and even buried a free kick under pressure with a veteran keeper like Cassio staring him down. The way he moves? Smooth, balanced, like gravity works differently for him. Left foot like a whip, vision that slices open defenses, and the patience to wait that extra second for the perfect pass. And yes, he can go on his right and whip in a cross if you try to shut him down on his left. Abel Ferreira, his coach at Palmeiras, didn't hold back. One day, he'll be the best player in the world. Big words, but when you've got 3 goals in 5 games at a U17 World Cup, a senior Brazil debut at 17 years and 135 days, and numbers like his in your first pro season, they start to sound less like hype and more like prophecy. In Maresca's Chelsea, he's not just another winger hugging the touchline. He's a creative weapon, comfortable drifting inside, threading passes, or driving straight at defenders. And when you combine that creativity with the raw production he's already shown, Premier League defenders might want to start watching Palmeiras tape fast. If Estevão is the chess player, Gittens is the street racer. 20 years old, born in London, raised in Reading, and already with a Bundesliga highlight reel that looks like it's on fast forward. His path's not been straight. Rejected Chelsea's academy as a kid, bounced through youth systems, landed at Manchester City, then made the bold move to Borussia Dortmund at just 16. And that's where he turned into a problem, for defenders that is. Last season, 9.3 dribbles attempted per 90 minutes in the Bundesliga, highest among all wingers in the league. That's not just confidence, that's going at you every time he gets the ball. And 45% success rate against German defenses, that's filthy. The numbers back it. 8 goals, 3 assists, 64% shot accuracy, and a finishing technique where he barely pulls his leg back before rifling one into the top corner. Add in the fact that he can cross with both feet, and you've got a winger who keeps fullbacks guessing, and usually guessing wrong. But what makes him a perfect Maresca piece is the work rate. Pressing high, chasing lost causes, recovering in defense, he's not the luxury winger who switches off. And when Chelsea want to stretch a backline, Gittens is the guy you isolate one-on-one and just say, go. The only question now is, can he do it week in, week out against low blocks and parked buses? Because if he can crack that code, the Premier League's in trouble. Maresca's Chelsea isn't just about lining up players in a formation. It's about creating situations, spaces, overloads, traps, everything calculated so the guy on the ball always has 2 or 3 good options. And Estevão and Gittens are basically tailor-made for it. In the 4-2-3-1, Gittens slots in wide left, Estevão wide right. Both give natural width, stretching defenses across the pitch. But here's the twist. They can also cut inside and wreak havoc. Gittens can burn you down the line or cut in on his right foot. Estevão can go inside on his left or slip in a disguised pass. Defenders can't show them a safe side. And when Maresca flips it into that 4-2-2-2 in possession, it gets nasty. Estevão can drift centrally into those half spaces, acting like a number 10 with Cole Palmer on the opposite side. Gittens stays high and wide, forcing fullbacks to stay pinned while strikers run channels behind. Suddenly, you've got 4 players crashing your backline and no one knows who's picking up who. Add in the inverted fullbacks, Cucurella or Gusto stepping inside, and the midfield overload means these two are often isolated one-on-one, which, for any defender, is a nightmare scenario. Defensively, they're not passengers. Gittens presses like a madman. Estevão reads the passing lanes like a veteran. That high press triggers turnovers in dangerous areas, and when it does, well, those transitions are exactly where they kill you. This isn't just a system they can fit into, it's one designed to make players like them look unstoppable. Some players need a whole season to figure each other out. Estevão and Gittens, you could see the spark in their very first game. Leverkusen, preseason friendly, both making their debuts. Estevão gets his goal.
Here is Palmer, trying to lift it over the goalkeeper onto the bar and put in by Estevao.
Cool finish, first official match, already making headlines. And Gittens comes off the bench, wastes no time getting at his man. Then there's that play. Drives forward, slips a pass into Estevão's path, the kind that screams, "We've been doing this for years." Estevão hits it just wide. No goal, but it was the kind of move that makes you think, yeah, this is going to be fun. After the game, Gittens doesn't hide it, calls Estevão an incredible player in interviews.
You seen the Jogo Benito that he played. He's a great player with so much skills and attributes, so it's good to watch him play today and score.
Estevão is smiling, talking about how special it is to have someone like Gittens on the other side. It's early days, but you can feel the respect, the connection, and when you've got young players who like each other, who speak the same football language from day one, that's dangerous. Because chemistry isn't just about goals and assists, it's about trust. And trust, that's what turns a good pairing into the kind of partnership that ruins defensive game plans. You don't spend close to $100 million on 2 players under 21 just to make noise in the league table. You do it to build a dynasty, and that's exactly what Chelsea are aiming for. Picture it. Palmer at 22, Estevão at 18, Gittens at 20. 3 different styles, 1 common thread. All young, all hungry, all technical enough to rip teams apart in their own way. It's not just an attack, it's a long-term project in boots. Maresca's not shy about it either. His system is about control, about creating repeatable patterns that break teams down. And now, with these 2 wide threats and Palmer floating between the lines, he's got the kind of offensive triangle that can dominate for years, not just months. In England, that's already scary enough. But here's the part that should have Europe paying attention. Chelsea's not building for one competition. The whole model, from the contract length to the tactical design, screams Champions League ambition. Because Gittens in space against a Bayern fullback, Estevão drifting between Real Madrid's lines, that's not just a threat, that's a problem. The truth is, Premier League defenders might be the first to feel it, but the rest of Europe, they're on the clock. And if this blueprint works the way it's drawn up, Stamford Bridge might not just be the home of a new Chelsea era, it might be the place where Europe's balance of power shifts for good.